So, hello and welcome to today's vlog from Kittens and Keeps. This is going to be probably the first installment in hopefully many, because we have started a campaign in the Call of Cthulhu universe. The German publisher Pegasus published a campaign called Die Bestie a couple of years ago. It's still available as PDF. And we are playing this with 4 players and 1 keeper. It's available on Claudine Spielt, and I will be updating the descriptions of each of these vlogs with the link to the relevant YouTube videos that are published on her channel. The story is set in 1927, and we have 4 investigators. Anthony Fiorese, who is the owner of a canned milk factory in Arkham. Jane Orwell, who is a parapsychologist / archaeologist. The mysterious Dottie Smith, who we don't know very much about, only that she's kind of a blow-in from New York or Boston, who came to Arkham with her boyfriend. And Verity Thompson, who's a nurse in the surgery department in St. Mary's Hospital, also in Arkham. The 4 of them have been invited to go on an occult weekend. So they have made the trip to Boston. They've stayed in a very good hotel, the Park House Hotel in Boston, and are now being picked up by a bus to be driven to somewhere in the countryside. In New England, it turns out that it's Tannehill House, which is owned by Mr. Carrington, who inherited it from his dad, who died a couple of weeks previously. And we also have on board Paul Lamond, who's the medium that's going to help us with a seance. We have a budding actress, Cecilia Peterson. We have Lamond's agent, Herb Whitefield, the driver, Bud, Martha Rogers, who's the cook, and we also have Mr. Carrington himself, the owner of the house, who has decided to have a seance because he ran into the ghost or apparition of his deceased sister, Jenny, who died when she was about 6 years old in 1895. So we make it to the house. The house has been empty for a very long time. Carrington's dad had been trying to sell it, but unsuccessfully so. So it's all very dirty, all very dusty. There is very little furniture. There is one room that has no furniture whatsoever. You can still see where pictures had hung in a previous life of the house, because you can still see the outlines on the walls. There's also a piano, which is terribly out of key. And basically we arrive, we select rooms, so each one of us gets a room of their own to sleep in. And then we explore the house. We find interesting stuff, of course. It's an old house, so you would expect to find remnants of the past. And pretty soon, weird things start to happen. 2 investigators make it up to the attic, where they find a letter written by Jenny, which indicates that she had an invisible friend who she was playing with, and her mother was very, very unhappy about that. And they had been playing Jack in the Box together. So apparently she must have owned a Jack in the Box, and this is later confirmed by her brother that she did indeed own one of those toys. And downstairs in the basement, things get a lot worse. We find a skeleton of a 13 to 14-year-old boy. And we find a nail that's been driven into one of the beams in the basement, which is consistently dripping blood. And then the blood doesn't congeal at all. It just basically then sinks into the ground, which is made of stone. So basically it just flows around the stone and then vanishes completely. And of course that is quite terrifying. Verity and Jane are not really very, and also Dottie isn't really surprised or unhappy at seeing a skeleton. We're pragmatic enough to understand that a skeleton means whoever this is dead and not dangerous. But dripping blood that comes out of nowhere and keeps dripping, that is something entirely different. So we get ourselves locked into the basement, or should I say that Verity closes the door because she wants some peace and quiet to discuss with her fellow investigators what to do next. But unfortunately, the door is blocked after that. And Dottie tries to open it using a big rock. But while she's doing this, she has an apparition of an older lady who tells her to go about her business and destroy the spawn from hell. And she makes it absolutely clear to Dottie that the spawn from hell that she's referring to is actually the children, not only Jenny, but also her invisible friend. We finally make it out of the basement because Anthony is happy to rescue us and gets us out of there. And then the seance happens. We do indeed speak to Jenny. We are able to ascertain her identity because she refers to things that only she would know and that Paul Lemond, the medium, wouldn't know under any circumstances because we didn't share the information with him. But Jenny flees when another, this time, aural apparition happens and we hear steps. Loud steps coming down the stairs without seeing anyone there. And also rattling of doors, rattling of banisters, and everything is kind of getting a little odd and possibly a little less comfortable than we would like our seances to be. And so the members of the Unveiled Ishtar of Arkham have plenty of stuff to investigate, and they have already made plans what they are going to do the next day. And hopefully you will all be joining us on our next endeavor, which is probably going to be streamed on the 20th of July, 2019. So please check out Claudine Spielt, subscribe to her channel. One word of warning, all of the streams will be in German. So if you don't speak German, I'm afraid you will have to rely on the vlogs that I'm hoping to put out regularly. But if you do speak German, please subscribe to her channel. She doesn't just stream Cthulhu, she also has plenty of other different systems on offer. World of Darkness, DSA, Pathfinder as well, D&D 5th edition, and lots of other things. And she's got great groups, so it's always different players. So each group is different. Each group is made up of different characters and different people. And I think that every playthrough feels a little bit different. And she's into great campaigns. So please, by all means, check it out, subscribe to it, share your likes. And we wish you a pleasant journey with us, alongside us, as we're trying to go insane as slowly as possible in Cthulhu, Die Bestie, Day of the Beast by Pegasus. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.